What is up, you guys? My name is Chaos, and today I'm going to tell you the time a girl saw my soul or my spirit. So I was working, right? I was getting some gutter screens from my brother. I worked for him, and then I was checking out this Somali girl from bottom to top. She was sitting down and she worked there. I was just like looking at her from bottom to top, and then I looked to my left, and then this young girl, she's like 16. She like looked at me. That's how I described it. I described it. She looked at me. You see that pupil right there? You see that pupil right there? She looked in the middle inside my pupil. So we have that black circle in your pupil? She looked right in there, and it went like all the way back here. And she saw my soul. It was like I was hiding this whole time, and she saw my soul, and it looked like she knew my whole future. And the thing that bothered me was that she looked like I was a bad influence for her and the girl that I was checking out. She looked like I was a really bad influence. It was weird. Like she was reading my mind at that moment. And the best way to describe it is like I was hiding this whole time. I was wearing a mask. I was like I wearing a mask, and she looked through the holes and saw me. And so she was looking at two persons. The first person is the eye, like the flesh. She was looking at me, right? When you look at a person and the person looks at you, they're looking at your flesh. She looked at my flesh, and she looked the layer behind my flesh, which was me, my soul or my spirit. So I was like I was wearing a mask, and then so the mask is the eye, and the pupil inside the pupil, that's the real me, and then the color brown around the pupil, that's the flesh me. I was like, bro, like that's so crazy. She was reading my mind. She knew the whole future. And then, yes, I went up to the Somali girl. I was looking at the young girl again, the young girl that saw my soul. I was just looking at her, and then I turned to the left, and I was looking at, and then I just left. And then I turned around and started talking to the Somali girl. I turned around and I was starting to talk to the Somali girl. I said, hey, this and that. And then the young girl came, and she was like, what? And then I looked at her. I was like, what? And then she looked down, and she was like, she just looked down. And the Somali girl was like, oh, I have a boyfriend. And I was like, okay, peace out then. But yeah, it's crazy.